That was a balls-to-the-wall prediction. He says EG ain't making out of groups. They convinced us with a win against Astralis. Clearly not Mr. Punovic. Punovic? He hates me for that one.
You've just,
Hey,
you gave him the credit. You just took it all the way right there.
He's coming into this room right now. He's going to hurt me. That is Paunovic.
Oh, dearie me.
VP, EG, I'm with Chatty B. Let's get into it. I hope you're having a fun Friday evening. Grab your snacks, your beverages. That's how it's pronounced, I believe.
It's close.
Yeah, I'm close.
Now, this pace for EG. Now, yesterday when I watched them play, they had their aggression early and then they tapered on back. You know, it wasn't just that balls-to-the-wall counter-strike. There is a bit of a run boost coming out where we get 4 aggressive CTs here. 3 heading down connector, 1 in the bathrooms in Cirque. Might be on the receiving end of one of these.
This is going to get messy quickly. Sanji spotted. Oh, and the first bullet out of his USP is a connection. Look at Buster biding time. Now he swings in. It's a massacre. A 3-man connector set up on the pistol. It's rare to see the T's actually walk in, and now it's a round winner. You've lost the bomb. You're losing players. Stan surely screwed. And Buster confirms it. That is brutality. Interesting interview with Zeus as well. It was nice to hear his insight as to how he describes Obo. A new kind of, a new opinion on Obo. Of course, we saw him in the complexity ranks, and I was very excited for his story. Cut short, of course, given the global pandemic and a young American kid forced into European soil for long periods of time. It was a twist in his story, and I'm glad it continues in the EG chapter.
Yeah, this EG team for me is such a strange one, right? For a lot of reasons. There's so much talent in the team, and even when Ethan was on the squad, it was Ethan, Breeze, Cirque. Those were 3 massive names. Now you talk about the Obo situation coming in. You heard from Zeus in that segment just there, talking about him as they're just going to use him and let him roam free.
Oh yeah, he's kind of backed up the idea that they believe in the star power of Obo, which, I mean, is a lot of pressure to be putting on when you've got Breezy, Tarek, Cirque. I mean, you've got stars to be all looking towards this young gun.
These are the first officials for this kid since he left Europe.
That's mad. That is mad. And I will admit that, you know, I could back up Yanko's statement if I wanted to, just by saying that this is a different brand of Counter-Strike that EG are about to be playing against. They haven't, I don't know if they have had too much time to scrim this CIS brutality. And that's a great way to call and claw it back. Tarek's opened up and they flood into the site. There is a lot of pressure. Sanji's got hard shots to hit. He'll be deterred. Yakinda, though, provided one elsewhere. Bomb as well, coming in thick and fast. The frags fall in favor of VP. No, knocked by the wayside. 2 from Breezy's Deagle. In quick succession, he even tags another. Doesn't go down, loses vision temporarily. But my God, where has their health gone? A single bullet from the FAMAS or the Scout will seal the fate and secure the second here for VP. And James does pull the trigger onto Breezy.
Hard for Cirque here.
Well, it wouldn't have been competitive if it wasn't for Breezy. Now, I'm afraid it starts to go the same way. Smoke or fade. Yakinda knows he can't afford to give anything away. Cirque hunting. And there's something there. I mean, it's unlikely James misses this shot, right? I mean, he's so hyper-aware of the potential push. That's all he's holding for. So Cirque walks on in. VP will collect.
Nice stuff there. 2-0. They convert against the Force Buy. Should be a save now, and the third will come with ease. One of my critiques yesterday for VP, and I wasn't hugely vocal about it, so I will be now, was I think the CT side against Endpoint, they gave away a couple of really weird rounds. If I'm going to be completely honest about it, the one where Buster...
Gambles?
The one where Robin came up connector, shot Yakinda in the back of the head, gets a free M4, and then they just walk onto B and Buster lets them have the site. That one right there, and a couple of missed AWP shots as well yesterday from Buster on Inferno. There was a few moments. Now, I don't think that VP, by any means, you know, struggling in form or anything like that. I think that they're ready here to get stuck in. But I think maybe a little bit of complacency crept into that game yesterday. So I'm keeping my eyes firmly pressed on this CT side. How do they deal with the late rounds if teams are heading back to B? Because that was a huge problem yesterday.
They're going to get info. Interesting. So around that's like 30 seconds into the round, we haven't seen like CT aggression early, but this will be a chance for CTs to get info. You can jump up that half wall or even hear the steps if Tarek's loud about it. It is only him, though. They're just pushing out default spread of the Deagles, hoping for some connections. Tarek's been spotted, or rather heard. And this crossfire should enable James to find himself a first. There we have it. First of the round, third in total. But as you were saying, Chad, you know, just to highlight or return to that conversation, VP were losing a couple of odd ones. It felt like Endpoint's T-side got way more out of it than it could have or should have.
Which is wild, right? Because we're critiquing a team that 2-0'd another team, and it should really just be like, oh yeah, they won the series. But I want what Gambit did. You know, they buckle down, they win every game no matter what. They treat every single round like it's the most important round they're playing, because that's the habit that you want to get into. Now, that kind of mindset, it's not easy to do. We're human beings.
Well, I don't know if Gambit are. I think they're Counter-Strike robots. Yeah.
They live in that house.
They've been designed exclusively to frag.
2 left. Drawing this one out. 10 seconds. I'd actually give them the room. Allow them
go
to
toilets
die after time.
Everyone hide.
Why not? That works too.
Fine. Fine.
MP9 kill. Extra cash for Jamie Boy. Will be able to buy himself the AWP if he likes.
Why don't we see that more often, Chad? Like, genuine question, because that would have been so much more punishing if they'd have just messed around. Is it because you could have lost players and weapons in the process?
Yeah, the trade-off there, right? If you lose a duel or one of your teammates dies, it's not worth as much as what it could be. But you're right. I'm surprised in certain situations we don't see it more. Also, you want to make sure they don't get that bomb down, which I suppose is the biggest of threats.
But what I'm saying is if you play passive enough that when they have to make that decision, okay, we've got to plant, we've got to die, we've got to die, it can get quite stressful. I don't know. Either way, let's get into it. We are on to our 4th and our first gunny.
And this is very classic, but there's nobody watching the B backyard here. We've got multiple over towards playground. Stanislaw working connector on his lonesome, and Obo, he's just in the backlines here ready to help them out. Nice deep molly there from Breeze. And Smoke as well. So gesturing that they want to take control of this quickly. And it is just Yakinda solo towards the A bomb site. He's over towards long. James already rotated towards B.
So glad we're getting to see more Overpass. Nuke and Train saw a lot of play, a lot of strategical development on those maps. And, well, Overpass is often seen as a little underutilized.
There's 2 players just rotated back towards A. James over here now with the AWP. Sanji's here to help as well. So it's Kickit and Buster on B. I did talk about their issues late on the B bomb site when the attack came through Monster. Right now, EG with the bomb in limbo on Cirque. They could still end anywhere with
Kinder's on an island. He's all alone. And he stands for 50 damage. Knocked by Tarek. That's what they were hoping for. Now on the sweeping clear is James, and he will immediately equalize. He's allowed to get away. A 4-on-4, and with 30 seconds, EG got to get a bit of a wriggle on here.
Exec's coming.
Yep, flashes are through the sky. Sanji anti. His responsibility is long. Nade onto Tarek does soften him up for the push. Sturk, only the one. Sanji finds him. Should have a second here as well. Targets, they line up. Obo claws just the one. Stan, 15 seconds to clutch, and James doesn't usually let these ones slip away. The barrel spotted, and he does execute the first. 10 seconds. Bomb recovered, and a plant safe from the push, but that push is coming, and through Optimus potentially. No info. Now the shots has to adjust, and old Buster makes a meal of it. Stan will snack on the 1v2.
That's where I think Stan does his best work in the late round clutch situations, but that's definitely not a standard Stan clutch by any means. How does Buster flub the lines there? James swings out, slows this down. Sanji does great. There's James with another. You think they've done enough here, but look, Buster just unable to get anything done. Bit timid on that peak, and the AK-47, it reigns supreme. They're getting fired up early over there, and I think that's important for a team like EG. Mood is something which I think can really determine this team's pace. When you see them all those years ago, it feels like a lifetime now, beat Astralis in New York, that was such a momentum-based win. I think Counter-Strike is, in the online era, we're seeing so much more of the cutting of the noise and rotating around, a lot more fakes and that. These faster plays, everybody's so good at heads-up Counter-Strike that with that in mind, I think EG, if they can have aggression out the gate, they can find space, make a kill, and then they can play a bit more passive, that could be the perfect recipe for success for them because they have so many players who can operate well fast.
Yeah, and here's an example of why I can't be as patient as the professionals are. Can we all just cut to Tarek's camera? So this is what he's been staring at for the last 30 seconds, and he's probably going to do it for another 30. And it is the right play. It is just so mind-numbing.
It is crazy, right? And you have to stay focused on your crosshair that entire time. You're listening to your teammates' communications. You have to be ready to rotate no matter what the call is.
Oh, hang on. He gets to move a little bit now.
Well, the time is almost 45 seconds here. So we are going late back towards B. VP have stacked this one up. Kick it with a late smoke towards Monster. If they can get a rotation over, there is a chance. 40 seconds.
Yeah, and they've got the 4-man lean towards A. They're hoping this is smoke and mirrors. You'll surely want to push the issue here, yeah. So towards short, if they find Kick It clean...
Smoke's fading now.
Impossible round for VP. Kick It holds the line, needed a second towards the belt buckle.
Bomb's dropped.
Should be into the site now. Sanji's actually managed to get himself burrowed
15.
into the site. They're still not planting. Getting sketchy here for EG, getting flustered. Bomb to be planted by Breezy. Sanji comes alive and doesn't quite find the bullet necessary. Obo does go down. Buster's Deeg from Graffiti, and now looking to make more of a mess is Jame. Progressing in. Nice angle held by Breezy. Keeps Buster honest, but Jame progressing. Tarek's on short for the swing.
James slipped the net here.
Yeah, this frag is everything.
Oh, they're both.
Could be. Spots the first, executes Breezy.
No kit.
Time-sensitive mission here. He could... Oh, the timing. Great work from Tarek. Yeah, that was exactly what he needed to do. Times it as he hears the advance, knows time is on his side, and catches James just looking at the bomb.
It'll be Cirque's best friend this round as well. Gets to drop that Jame AWP over towards Cirque. He'll be loving that one. But speaking of Orps, they're making it work on the VP buy as well. This was Jame rotating over in time. Gets awkward. If Sanji kills Obo, VP win the round. That was the fight right there in the late stages that determined this one. The fact that Obo wins that fight is a big one. And there he is, the youngster, the new kid on the block again for round 2 of Europe Adventures. Buy, back out. It is... Oof, it works. There's rifles, there's an AWP. It's hard to critique this. VP have been able to get the guns out.
Previously been very impressed by Buster's ability to hold short. Those bursts of aggression, those threading, those gaps, getting info when it's required. He's had some great games on this very map in that particular position. Now, Underpass is theirs. The nade, however, has blown the door clean off, so Buster can jiggle that for info.
Oh,
Obo.
how did neither of those hit?
No, but he suspected it. He still does, and he unloads the mag into both. Sanji and Kicker try and throw some aggression into the mix. Eventually, Obo is silenced, but the damage is done. Buster's ears still ringing, the B site wide open. And they look to pivot back to the A stack. Jame has his AWP, and Yakinda's on the angle as well. Tarek does well to force Jame off the line, and Breezy runs straight into the laser beam of Yakinda.
Problems now.
Very much so. Overthinking just a little bit now. Cut noise is powerful. Just don't give him anything to work with. James' angles are so well considered, and he doesn't miss. Successful defense so far, and Stan plucked out of the air as he tried to bait the shot. Cirque was behind him. Hoped Jane would pull the trigger too soon. Now he comes in for the no-scope. A chance. Cut short by Yakinda.
This is where Cirque can really be an explosive force, right? Yesterday, some of his highlights with the AWP, he was back to that Cirque form that we know and love, where he's just around, he's doing the combat AWP, he's brawling, flicking left, right, and center. Well, James doing some of his own here.
Yeah, I mean, Cirque was doing it long before Poison was a part of the conversation.
I think if you took a little bit of a look at that round right there, after the 2 kills on B, EG were assuming a massive rotation over towards that site. VP did not move the A defenders whatsoever after Buster found that trade. So back down to the pistols or EG, and you spoke about the power of cut noise. That would have been the difference. 2 kills, and then most of the teams playing in the upper echelons right now would have completely waited another 20 seconds to see at least what maneuver was coming out. EG ran into that wall and forced himself into a bit of a janky scenario. This should be 5 for VP. You can note this Deagle, beautiful Deagle there on Lil Lobo.
Give me a print stream M4.
I think there is a silenced one.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But that means I have to learn how to use this.
Don't worry, yeah, okay. Give me a
functional M4.
All right. Well, maybe it'll swing back. You never know what changes. Warning shots to the Deagle are out. First few bullets of Obo fired, so they know what they're up against to VP.
Yeah, but he's so far ahead of the pack. They want to try and convince the CTs that there could be a threat elsewhere. James posted up perfectly for this, though.
Yeah, mincemeat. There's 3 players here on
I reckon we got a collapse. Oh, they try and swing through the flames as well.
That's the bomb.
James confirms there's more to come, and oh, it's textbook. I need to watch me some James demos. Always has the perfect passive line. Doesn't even get too stressed. And another body hits the deck. There it is. 4 kills on the AWP. James demands a 5th. And an interesting conversation, Chad, was about leadership, right? Because Virtus.pro as far as I know, James considered as the in-game leader.
It's changed so many times. You would be forgiven if you weren't sure what the bloody hell was going on with the leadership of VP, mate. Because I think for the longest time, even back around the major, you know, when they made it all the way to the grand final against Astralis, there was always a question: is it Buster? Dren was doing it for a little while, or Kick It, or Jame. And I think they've settled on Jame. Now, I'm saying that from the chance that anything could have changed, but Jame...
Oh my lord, Yakinda just makes it look like matchmaking.
That was just 3 bullets.
That was straight to the dome. Tarek's gone, and already, and man, a disadvantage to overcome. Jame, previously passive by the way, is now pushed up in toilets on Stan's lazy clear. You can't even fault him. Wasn't expecting to see a big zoom banger around the corner, and now Obo, as he mantles up, a very nice adjustment, but will be caught on the reswing. Sanji finds him, stuck.
Oh, that's awkward.
Caught by the off angle. Yakinda's winning this round. And James seems...
What has he seen?
He's hyper aware that it's a possibility.
You know, something's going on.
He's just fishing for a sound cue.
And now he's even scoped on one non-connector. So Breeze, this does not get easy. Oh, there's one.
Timing.
It's a gift and a half right there. Kick it noisy as you like. If he pivots to A, Yakinda is low on the site. He's just going to cut noise right now, Breeze.
Yeah, he could be anywhere and nowhere. Silent dismount is integral. Picks that up. Now, the angle from Sanji, unfortunately, is too good. Look at that.
Perfect.
Another one. The power of positioning. You know, you see so many different members of the Counter-Strike community try and explain it to people. It's not just about those flashy flicks you're hitting in the DMs.
Just curious, right? Obviously, we heard from Yanko saying that he thinks that EG won't make it out of the groups, right? Which is fair enough. We've got 6 teams, only 3 can make it. Someone's not going to get on out.
Yeah, and I mean, 5 of the 6 have been at one point considered the world's best.
So if you've got Astralis in the mix and they struggled last night against EG, that means he thinks Astralis is going to come back alive at some point in this group, right? The EG loss would be more of an anomaly in that environment. This group can get very spicy, right? I'm curious to see what happens with Astralis, because we're talking about Fnatic being in the free fall. Astralis haven't been trending up as far as results either.
Oh, they've got every trick in the book, these two. So when that was their reaction to the toilet smoke, is while that's up, assuming they're not going to walk through it, you can throw your own smoke guardian and jump over for the hold on party. Stan pulls the smoke. It's a long-range one. Will be blossoming quickly. How does Yakinda hit that? His M4's an AWP.
It's always in the right place, that crosshair.
It is. A real threat from the Latvian. Into the site. A plant would be dreamy.
They're giving them site control.
I don't see a world where they're getting that down. As soon as the smokes fade.
He let them plant.
He did. Wow. I assumed he'd be spraying it. Instead, they're just happy to let them get that bomb down. And now a 4-toilet position.
Site's clear. Just the butt.
Tarek finding Yakinda.
Oh.
This spells trouble.
Have smoke. Couple mollies.
Utility is going to be everything. The determining factor here. Head spotted. Tarek needs another.
Over halfway ticked.
Targets. Now Buster's on the bomb. Knocking him off is everything. Still defusing. Kick it defends, and there's no one there to knock him off. VP got me on the edge of my seat for that one, but 7 is found, and found convincingly in the end.
Be very happy with that plant. That's going to give him enough money to go for the buy here. Cirque even into an AWP. Loss bonus at this stage of the game. It's already maxed on out for EG. So going forward, if they continue to lose and plant, they'll stay with these buys. But that was a bit weird. It just felt like, yeah, we'll give you the plant. We're feeling generous today at VP, aren't they? 7-2. And I said this was the half where I did have some worries. There's no worries so far. One more and they've won the lion's share available. Smoked on out. Breeze facilitated to get some room. Nobody to deal with in the early stages. They do not know that whatsoever. And Yakinda, sneaky beaky down into connector. Cirque posted on up with the AWP. We'll pin down this position. That'll give Stan the chance to move on up.
I'll get him out. Has to take the fight, but there's a flash in place, and instead, Yakinda gets them both. Flashes from Buster eventually, and that's Breezy just saving the potential of this round. Obo loses his life. Tarek's next up, but can't hit the transfer. 1 by 1. They flood into the site. And how quickly did that look like an EG advantage into a Virtus.pro double?
Now that's we talk about like trap cards and we're joking about like Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. That is a trap right there, right? They want that molly to get thrown so the pop flash can come through the window and your Kinder can swing. That is a tell before the footsteps. That is actually better than having to take contact. But hold up, James giving up the sight. Breeze walking on in.
Time for the next episode.
He has the bomb. Are they going to let him plant again?
He would love it.
This is another free plant because James can't really push into contest this with the AWP. Look how passive his line is.
Imagine if Breezy, though, just peeks into James. Another ridiculous passive line that pays off for James.
He's going to. He's getting closer.
Yep, he gonna get it.
What a nuisance.
He just knows his lines, man. Like he has a read on his opponent far greater than most.
That right there is the deepest line that he can take to cover off half of the bomb site to make sure there's no flank.
This is what we were talking about as well. Getting 2 out of this position as well. Not many players are ready for the second so consistently. Yakinda's up there at the top of the list.
Oh, dearie me.
And yeah, that's going to start getting the desk slams in. It just feels like VP, they can make the tiniest advantage.
And he's having a sip of the tea. Easy as you like there from James.
Just another day in the office.
I'll just grab that one.
16 and 3.
Presses the button. Hello, assistant. Bring the coffee.
Why is James a god?
I don't know, man, but this is a pleasure to watch right now. And these results, it's going to get so confusing because later tonight we have Liquid versus Astralis. If EG get blown out of the water here, what does that say about Astralis?
Well, that
Counter-Strike Mouts, Alex. You know I love it.
But then there's also that question of, we just saw how Fnatic fell to endpoint. What does that tell us about Liquid?
Fnatic are down, don't worry about them.
Liquid were convincing against Fnatic, but...
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Grain of salt for that one then, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, am I allowed to be excited about Liquid, or was that just Fnatic?
Yeah, all right.
End my sentence there.
Yeah, no, you're right. You are right. That game can go on all day.
Yeah, we could keep playing that game, but I'd rather talk about this one. Round 11. I'm ready to make a wish. I wish my Friday evening is as entertaining as yours. Well, if we're doing the same thing, I guess.
If we're all watching Counter-Strike.
Yeah, we're all going to be entertained equally. One can only assume.
Or hope.
Yeah, that's the word.
This is a late B. This is what I was talking about. They had issues with this last time because they weren't locking down Monster. This time, they are locking down Monster. So up through short, through the same crossfire, Gambit have been rocking to supreme success.
Yeah, here they come. Flashes are great. They even catch that graffiti player, but no one's holding it. Sanji peeks out. Buster's found blood as well. Big from Tarek. Needs another. Delivers it. James, however, from heaven. One still jail. Baits the shot. Kick it's there. Needs to isolate. Doesn't have the bullets all the time. And down he goes to a 9th defensive round. VP definitely looking a lot more rigid here than they did in their defense against Endpoint.
Yeah, and that's curious again. So we're going to have to wait for this group to play out to really see where the dust settles, but this is fantastic on the defense. You see Sanji swings out late. They're all looking the wrong way. Are they paired? Are they over towards barrels? Nah, we're tucked in towards Monster and then kick it. Laser beam with that AK-47. Boshes him and away we go. 9-2. It's a quick one here. This is the thing. Like, there's obviously a delay. The viewers who've been watching all day, you know that, because we don't accelerate the schedule. Oh, we're going to accelerate B. Let me talk about this later. Through Monster, Buster spamming on down 3. Easy kills and a bomb delivery.
No, the bomb as well. Oh, it's just agonizing, especially when you're trying to change up the pace in the face of adversity. You want to try and hit them with something new, a bit of a confidence booster.
I'll take a timeout.
Yeah. Especially because the comms just have fallen dead silent now. It went from, right, lads, I'm throwing flashes. Yeah, we go fast B, fast B.
All right.
One monster. Yeah, I got him.
Nice.
He could be flanked, could he? Could he flank? Maybe. It doesn't matter.
Unlucky, man,
It doesn't matter. Kicker takes the 2. Buster sprays down 3, and with their powers combined, they tell EG that the Monster Rush is probably off limits.
Please take a pause. This is your map choice.
Especially considering that a 10-2 sounds a whole lot scarier as you start seeing 11 and 12 converted.
The bigger
10-5 is competitive. That was not.
Yeah, 10-5 would be competitive. The problem is they haven't really hampered the money of VP whatsoever. Kick it after buying 11k, James 11k, Yakinda 7, Sanji 6, and Buster with 3. So the money's really good for VP. And
he's going to try and really twist the knife here.
Yakinda, please.
He is the barbed arrowhead of this match, and I think he's been spotted. He shouldn't be able to get anything out of this one, and EG do deal with the aggressor. What's James up to? How is he still sticking around? This is so brave. They could be playground party. He still manages to find the equalizer.
How does he get away with that? He's not scared of anything.
He's got the read.
And now he disappears. Look at this. He's gone all the way back to the front of the A bomb site. Even selling flashes to make that clear exactly what's happened. He has a player down in towards connector. Will be Sanji, everybody's favorite support player.
And now it's interesting as well that Sanji's not even considered the potential for the connector. There's still potential for James, right? So EG are going to be very quiet about this one.
Sanji's just going to clamp in behind them. This is going to be death by flank.
Yeah, but how interesting how he basically doesn't have to fret too much. Like, he's in a position. James will call for support now, saying, yeah, here comes the commitment. They're all looking at me. Sanji, you can ruin their day.
Here he is.
And, oh, that's a sick idea. I think I'll do just that. Breezy's taken down the AWPer as well. So we do have an aggressive 2v2. It's short-lived. Only one. Breezy sprayed in the smoke and low. And a great shot into the head of Kickert. So this one's still competitive.
Bomb on his back, can go all the way to B. Buster's preempted this. Oh, and the bomb will be on the A site. So Breeze will completely lose Buster during all of this. He won't know if he's coming long, if he's coming bathrooms, or if the flank's a possibility. His head will have to be on an absolute swivel. Problem for Buster is this is quite a long rotation he's on right now. The bomb will be over halfway ticked by the time he gets there, unless he lets go of that shift key.
He's been committed to the surprise factor here. So yeah, he's just going to hope and pray that Breezy's going to be completely negligent. Oh, the step! Buster, it costs him the round! Breezy clutches up for EG. That's compulsory. Needed that one just to keep VP honest.
That's a yikes from me, dog. 2 of the rounds that EG have won have been 1v1 situations against Buster. Stan won the one where he really shouldn't have towards Truck. Buster had the element of surprise.
That step, dude, I don't want to speak too soon, but it felt like, you know, Breezy wasn't ready for it until he heard the step.
Yeah, going that way, it was a risk. He didn't follow through with that risk right there, and unfortunately, lost him the round.
Oh.
VP bounced back. The buy is in. They should have enough money for the majority of their players for the final round of play as well. EG, like you said, if they put the hurt on here, ooh, Sanji burning. 10-5 is great, with all things considered. The way this half has looked, if they get 10-5, very happy with that. But 12-3,
Loud.
Here is marching in the bathrooms.
Yeah, and will they do the deep...
Oh, they are?
They are. Tarek jumps around the corner, enables Yakinda to actually take one.
They know the setup at least.
Yeah, and just by surviving, it's going to take another head. He's always good for 2 at the highest level.
Oh, Yakinda.
Unbelievable. I mean, seeing how Kickert spoke about Yakinda when we were doing those first interviews, like, we've never had a player like Yakinda. You know, these were really loaded compliments about this player's arrival and what he's contributed to VP's new power level. But seeing it manifest in the server, you can understand, like, a couple of scrims with this guy, hitting shots like that, you start going, yo, we've got some gold here.
Oh, 3v3 now. Soak's found James. Still
what's
pressure on this
cooking up?
Kickert's pushing.
And straight into Obo's head is a bullet. Sanji keeps it honest.
Needs another.
It's going to go down to Breezy. Enables Buster. Another clutch scenario for Buster. He's 0 for 2 on them. See if the 1v2 is too much to ask of him. He heard Breezy retreat. Unannounced for now.
This is such a hard retake.
It's very hard. I mean, if he could find Breezy clean, which is never an easy task, and then you get played with, they jiggle, they rot the clock. Yeah, this is so frustrating as a CT. You have to remain calm. Cirque rotates in to secure it. And this is what we were talking about. 10-2 was the scoreline as we saw the 1vX. Now, 10-4. As we talked about keeping the CT economy honest, I'm afraid this is the final round of play and they've got just about the bells and whistles to compete. Obo did well to catch 2 here for EG. It was Breezy's 3rd, though, that opened up the site. And Buster put in a very, very dire strait with that 1v2.
Yeah, Yakinda's going to be asking, how many more do I have to do? I delayed them. I get 2 kills in a very, very awkward position. Let's see. VP, can you stop the bleeding before we get to the half?
All right, James. Spot of aggression from the passive AWPer, and it works out. Calculated as always. Backs away, 20 frags. And an early disadvantage for EG. No fun.
Look where Yakinda is as well, right? Just in the connector position. Always somebody here being awkward.
And Buster just takes that contact. As soon as Obo starts to unload on the boost, that was his cue.
Yikinder in the back now.
Yeah, and stands so low. He's a dead man walking. Dead man walking. Yikinder's out. VP1 info. They find Breezy on the repeat. Double smokes, Blossom. You really don't have any options. And that's the end of that. Yikinder will get 16 at the end of it, but VP looking set to convert. A test for EG.
Gave it everything when we had none. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab none. Since we moved on to a better place. Shine, shine away from the shade. But now that we're here,
...2015 was the prime of the famous Polish Golden Five, and the tournament in Cologne would be no different for Taz and his crew. At least not until the semifinals, where the Poles clashed with Fnatic. Two giants of Counter-Strike battling for their place in the final was a true feast for every fan at the Lanxess Arena. And at first it would seem that Virtus.pro had the upper hand. However, on the second map, Inferno, the Swedes took the initiative. But even then, Pasha Biceps sent a clear message that you do not mess with the Bears.
As Pronax finds Snack. Oh, Pasha! Oh, my Vulcan Club! 4 frags in 4 seconds! You blink and you miss it! Jesus Christ, Pasha. Insane spray down. Big shout out to Virtus.pro as well. They played an amazing series.
Filled with desire, head down, but I know I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar. That I've been told I'm gonna paint a new reality. It doesn't take a lot to turn a person into gold. Yeah, I've been getting good at alchemy. And you can stay inside in the dark, but without it you never let go. And when you're done with hiding and you wanna have control, you and I can find a perfect fantasy. Stepped out looking like a small fire, half glass that filled with desire.
Back to Overpass and EG. Just enough rounds to keep us on the edge of our seat. James been sitting back, relaxing, dropping 20, sipping his tea. I've got Chad Burchill with me to provide all of that analytical goodness. I'll be making various weird noises with my mouth. So will Chad. Second half underway. I'm starting to become more and more convinced that VP were just taking their foot off the gas in that closer affair versus Endpoint on Overpass, because they look rigid. And this T side, I'm interested to see what they opt for the start. Sanji lining up for the fast smoke. And here they go. Breezy. What is that smoke? That's
it's a classic, that one.
brutal. It smokes the door.
I'll talk you through it later.
Yeah, because Yikinder's straight up. And he's hit every headshot nuts from Yikinder. We catch the tail end of it. And, I mean, that's round winning. He's just walked into short. He's hit every shot that he had to. And already Breezy just staring at a crack, hoping for a freebie.
And if you're Breeze and if you're Stan, what are you going to do in this situation? You want to hold on to your Kevlar and get a couple of extra kills. That's all. You're not going to win this one. They will not present you any extra frags. If anything, they're likely just to leave you to your own devices.
Now, can we talk about the smoke?
We can talk about that smoke. So I want you to go back a couple years to a player that you may remember called Mr. Pronax. Now, I believe I'm going to really be digging deep into the archives here. During that whole mess, Fnatic, Godsend, you remember all that nonsense that happened a couple years ago?
Yeah, where they like swapped teams and then said lol JK.
Yeah, and then it was nonsense, but it was good nonsense. It's always fun to keep up with that stuff. There was a strategy that they were running. I think Schneider was still playing at the time. Jesus Christ, my memory's great, everybody at home.
Go on.
It was an execute they did a fast B one where they would do exactly that. They would lob a smoke from spawn towards that door position and do a fast B split because Connector plays, this is going back like 5 years, used to be, you know how you see the boost in Connector?
Yeah.
That used to be standard. That used to be a standard play. Used to try and molly them, they'd smoke themselves and they'd just stand there and still shoot the players coming through. There was a lot of like AWPers going to connectors for early picks. So that was a strategy that one of Pronax's rosters used to do a fast B split out the gate.
I need to send Sanji a knife, dude.
Maybe he's like Flusher. Maybe he only uses one if he opens it.
He's so hipster. He hasn't got a single skin on him.
He's not hipster. He just uses his money for other things. I think he's been investing, Sanji. I don't know in what.
Where have you got that insight from?
I just made it up.
Oh, that was cool, man.
Yeah, we're doing improv.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Yes, and
Yeah, no, he's actually an investment banker.
yeah, he should take time out of his busy
He does
days.
it on the weekends.
Yeah. You should hear his take on VK about the GameStop.
Oh, he's glued in on those NFTs, Alex. Don't let me tell you about
You
that.
wouldn't believe the investment Sanji's been making.
That's why he knows to drop Jam and AWP all the time. He knows where the safe money
Oh, I
is.
see. He's got his abacus out on the desk. He's crunching the numbers, the ones and zeros.
And anybody happy to operate with very little in every round, you know he's a penny pincher. He's making it work.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He knows the value of money. And speaking
He
of,
wouldn't invest there.
we are at the TTK. That's time to kill bank.
He would not invest there.
That's TTK. Rush, what does TTK stand for?
Just in case people didn't know, TTK commonly means time to kill.
You ready to be
High
tested?
TTK is a headshot. A low TTK.
Come on.
TTK. You're looking at like some body shots
All
with
right.
like a Glock with armor or something.
Can
I
we
don't know.
we test some acronyms on you?
Yeah, go for it.
What's ADR?
That's like
Anyway, into round number 18. Let's get this one underway. EG there, they didn't get stuck into that B retake. They held on to their upgraded weaponry to have another crack at it. And yeah, we didn't talk much about that round because nothing happened. They executed B, they got the bomb down, they got 13.
Can we give everyone the monster smoke from spawn? They gave them that tutorial rush. I think Breezy, who...
Wait, he needs to VO it too.
All right.
Future Pros. Which one is it?
This one.
Oh, he
You didn't even do it.
Oh.
Maybe you'll do the sandbags one instead?
Next round.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Hey, Future Pros.
Thank you.
That is Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll be here all week.
Yeah. Him and Hugo are having a competition for the hardest to pronounce Twitter handle.
Oh, I thought they were having a competition for the least amount of followers.
Yeet! Yeah, that's Hugo with 3 O's.
This time, stacking B. Lots of bodies on the site. Oh boy, Obo over towards the bathroom position on his lonesome, but this has been heard.
So when you've got 2 smoke grenades and deagles, you are going to be
Hello.
caught out. This time it's... Oh, the boost. And why? Breezy's trying to do the jump
If
one.
it was an MP9, yeah, maybe, but the FAMAS, come on now.
Jumping and accuracy of the FAMAS, notoriously not great.
Worth a shot, I suppose.
Sure.
Okay, well, Obo front bathrooms mean that Cirque is able to cheat over towards B. There's good utility right now for VP in terms of getting a smoke towards Heaven, but it's just flashes. There's no mollies to really get them going here, and you can see these smokes being held onto. Stan has one, Obo with another. Oh, and Stan, he might want to drop that one soon. 40 seconds.
Very resistant to hold it. Well, VP, you kind of don't have any other part of the map, so this will have to be the B finish, which is exactly where the entire EG squad is. So let's see what you got, Yakinda. Nice trades. Buster's tagged by Cirque Scout, and he actually lands 2 Scout bullets. Maybe Stan can finish the job. Sanji says no, denies the chance. Tags up Obo, just Obo left, looking to hand out a couple more 50 caliber rounds, but the bomb is down. Begging for a peek. Somebody. Kicker gives it to him. Couple of bullets from the Galil. Seal the deal. 14 for Virtus.pro. We are running towards the second map.
Yeah, brimming with cash, though, for EG. On virtue of staying alive and then obviously not having to reinvest in anything, they get a lot of cash money. AWP for Cirque. We got an AUG for Obo. And 4s of the A4 variety for Breeze and Tarek. And then Silenced M4 for Stan. There's a kits in play. We only have 2 Molotovs, though, so the stop nades in the early stages won't be there. There's the smoke towards Monster.
See how easy it is? And immediately just locks out any of that potential fast beat. Bob's your uncle. Breezy, what are you up to? This should be 2. He does line them up. Yakinda and Buster down and out. EG given a gift here in 19.
Okay, well, this is where we really need to see how EG get tested. This is a mid-round situation at the start of the round. You can still see a minute 20 on the clock, but this is where VP do their best work, right? Cutting noise, just waiting for your aggression, seeing what maneuver you want to make. Currently on the map, the only one really searching for anything is Sanji. James slow all the way back up through T-spawn. He's going to be clearing on out and then heading on down.
That's how he doesn't get caught out, because he's constantly clearing.
Yeah, look at all these angles. This is a case of any aggressive CT plays. Obo's all the way back towards long, even tucked in further than the flower pot. Cirque over towards CT, drop down as well. So these passive lines mean that VP won't find a single kill in their search towards A, unless they get a move on. The bomb is still over towards T-spawn/B. They don't know it right now, VP, but if they went B, they'd have a 2-on-2, or even a 2-on-3 in their favor. So now as the clock starts to siphon down, I assume Cirque's going to get a move on with his rotation back towards the B site. Obo will start to slink back in as well. But it will be on Stan and Tarek.
Yeah, bit of util on Sanji. Tarek and Stan stand back to back. First found by Stan. He actually converts the spray real easy. In between him and Breezy, that's 2 doubles. Does convert the round. Sanji looking to maintain.
Should get away with a save here, Sanji. They shouldn't push this, EG. Oh, so lucky to stay alive there on Tarek. If they lost Tarek and they lost another frag there, then dropping guns becomes difficult. So they get it done. They keep it clean. No need to get too nervy about it. 14-5. A massive mountain to climb here.
So James goes, and he will have just enough to say thank you for the AWP and hand a Galil back to Sanji. So he's got about a $7,000 Galil.
Yeah, one of the more expensive ones. This one's a collector's edition, I believe.
Quick boost, very quick boost. Tucks himself in.
Hello.
And caught sleeping. Stan just throwing nades out for the early info. Gets more than he bargained for. Nice execution from Virtus.pro, but of course the reaction and the potential for CT aggression will slow them down from here.
The thing is, with teams who get that kill and then thrust themselves forward, it's the obvious response. VP, with so much time on the clock, don't want the obvious response. They want you to be in the wrong place. And right now, EG are all of them clustered now towards sewer, connector, the B bomb site. There is an open A. Right now, the flags are getting waved. And was Obo pushes for
I mean, we haven't seen this before.
At least it's as a team as well.
Yeah, and this is going to be a lot of information. If he considers going up that ladder,
even if he just locks it down for a sound cue, he's still going to be faster on a flank than I think they'll be ready for. Obo. He's going for it.
Okay, and he's just about pipped the gap as Kickert leaves it.
He'll get 2 not facing him here.
And that's some information for Obo. We'll unload into the first. Cautious of the potential flank. That will slow Sanji. And they can gamble the rest of their resources.
Buster loves this corner as well here. VP feel like they have to go A now because of that push. Starting to get a move on towards it.
Smokes will bloom. 25. Just on the edge of the smoke. They'll eat the flashes. Space now.
More flashes.
Tarek, huge frag, and they take all the contact at the same time. From nothing to everything. That was great from EG.
Sanji has to save again, or at least try to. He'll get away with it this time. And that was all Obo's flank, but I loved it because Cirque was the overwatch there as he pushed on up, so they facilitated that as a team. It wasn't just done Obo walking around hoping he gets something. There was an idea, and that idea pays off. So much needed 6th. VP should be down to a partial investment or even an eco here. Just this Sanji AK. And they even managed to kick off with this opening, right? So that aggressive maneuver of Obo is huge. I don't think Stan will get caught out by this maneuver yet again.
Do you think it's soup or tea?
I don't know. I always would leave the spoon in my tea.
It just pisses me off. It just whacks the side of your mouth every time.
I would hold it with one finger as I drunk.
Then it's a bit finicky, you know? I like to take a big mega gulp in between.
Mega gulp?
Yeah. Like once
Mug's not known for mega gulping.
Once it's past that like boiling, singeing the insides of your body kind of temperature, you can just take a nice mega gulp of tea.
Well, this is quick by Sanji. He's actually pushed through the smoking connector here. Could catch a timing, but it feels like EG are already posted, ready for this. Obo confirms it.
Mr. Schlatt.
Tough job. Bathroom defender. It's not like just being a B anchor.
Sanji, if he peeks on Breezy's jump. Oh, wow. He's ready for it. Very alert rifling from Breezy and great control of the spray as well. Keeps breathing. Takes down Jame. Now with the bomb toilets, Obo does get a little more inquisitive. Anybody home? Anybody there? Oh, easy as that. Finds out Buster's walk. And Kickett's Glock stroll will be cut short as well.
He's still looking for a kill, isn't he? He's not just running on in there trying to get this one over and done with. I'm sure many of us wish he would.
Well, Obo might do us a favor. Yeah, rinse and repeat.
Obo.
Lovely stuff.
Obo did have a quiet start yesterday, and I'm not expecting him to just pick up and be an absolute superstar here. As the series went on, he started to get better and better, especially on Inferno, that third map against Astralis. If you missed it, we'll reiterate it. Yesterday, they beat Astralis on Inferno. The T-half that they offered on UP, EG, was 12 rounds. That was massive. It was crazy to see, especially they took a bit of time off prac, obviously, when they went back to the States, and then they've come back and they've just been grinding. Looked good yesterday. So far, this one hasn't been going swimmingly, but as the scoreline continues to tick on up. It's another very heavy B presence from VP here. Nothing over towards A whatsoever. And EG look ready for this. Multiple members here. Oh, they've actually tucked on out of the site. This is more of a retake setup. Tarek is the only one forward. You don't want to be caught in this kind of limbo.
The spray from Breeze.
20 kills.
He finds it with ease. One more off the flash. Kickett, they know where he is. But re-peeking into Jame, and he doesn't hit the shot. That will give Breeze a whole lot more confidence for the hold. Now, Sanji is trying to take space. They know, they heard the AWPer. They know he's typically the A player, and AWP was fired.
He might catch Cirque here if Cirque jumps out towards long.
Yeah, he's not expecting the timing on this. And
Oh!
Sanji gets found, Cirque.
Big kill.
That's going to secure the round, surely.
Might be a save call.
Oh, the re-peek was perfect from Jame, but misses another. That was their chance.
He could get across with the bomb, though. They're aware he's here.
Clearly not, because otherwise we'd see a bit more CT rotations. They could turn this around, but how are you supposed to get past Cirque? Okay, baits the shot.
Kickett's not going to clear this hard left.
No. Smoke confirms Kickett's advancing, and he's got the bomb now visible, so rotate will come in.
James saving.
Jame is safe.
He tried. If Kickett goes in there, gets the kill, gets the bomb down, then
Yeah,
James will definitely help him out. But otherwise, like, you're on your own, bro. James, you're running into a CT right now.
No, I need to keep this 9 deaths. I don't want any of that double-digit nonsense. It doesn't look as cool. He will maintain, and jokes aside, he will have the AWP to try and find impact into our next EG. This was Breezy. Look at the timing on this. It's hard to find multiple kills from this position. And the only way he does is by starting that spray immediately. That's the frag.
Oh, Sanji. Overcooked the pooch on that one.
Yeah.
Saved AWP and 4 deagles around it. Let's see. VP just need 2. As soon as we get to double digits, EG are back in touching distance for winning this one. Obo's going to go through the smoke here.
Yeah, off the back of the flash. Vision's restored. And Tarek's keeping him busy. Oh, he's even trying to corral them back into the nade of Obo. It looks good, and it's his damage.
Molly's even better.
Double incendiary. Clear anyone that's in front of it. Oh, Yakinda disrespects not only the flames, but Obo himself. Smoke now to isolate Buster further. Tarek thinking better of it. Cirque's posted up as well. They've got them locked in here.
Yeah, but how long are they going to wait with this?
Stan's conceding.
Oh, okay. It was about time, right? You hang around there too long, you offer up another kill.
And a weapon. Could have got scary.
Okay, so they just picked up the AUG. AWP, AUG, 2 smokes, 2 flashes. Back towards B with the bomb. And already rotating back around will be EG. Look at this position for Breeze. He's been great so far. 20 kills, and they've only won 8 rounds.
Yeah, he has been such a thorn in their side. He's looking very sharp. I think the time off may have done him good. time away from the server makes everything feel so fresh.
This is a hard kill for them. Normally you're checking close.
Yeah, straight to the body. Kick it none the wiser. And Buster's the next victim. Breeze, another easy peasy double. Chills for the flash, buys him time for one more peek. 15 seconds, the bomb's coming in, and James gone too. Breeze takes them all down. You just can't get past him. The turret of EG secures a 9th.
And VP right now, if they want to go for an AWP, means that Sanji's going to be operating with very, very little here. So curious to see how they want to solve this one. This has been going so well. Scoreline was looking very, very good, but now it's 5 on the trot. So 14-4, very quickly into a 14-9, and it will be a timeout called from VP. Chance for Dastan to get on the mic and say, listen, boys, pull up our socks. Let's get this one done and dusted. We got Vertigo coming up next. Kickit has brought in with an AK. We're still yet to see what other investments are happening over on the Virtus.pro side of things. Here are the scores on the doors. So the pistol round with the conversion for VP is great. That's why they're sitting with such a hefty lead. But these gun rounds, they're not really going as well as they'd like. Even when they found openings off of the quad boost, all of those gnarly types of plays, they will buy James into a Galil without head armor. Oof. Doesn't sound like a combo. Not a meal deal I'd be buying. And James, he had most of his orbs in that, kills in that first half with that AWP, right? So see him on a rifle here. Hard to look for that same impact. Connector presence. And a 4-man B lane again from EG, so you definitely don't want to be rushing B if you are VP.
It's down with the flash. Confirms his presence on the left side of Monster. Cirque still posted up, holding for the late T-spawn arrival.
They're very aware that this is a possibility of VP. Oh, great.
Oh, couldn't have been better timed. It's just certainly could have been better placed. A little too much.
Oh, that's orky.
Yeah, smoke through the wall. Kind of counter boost being established here.
They're ready for it.
They're pre-aiming it off the flash though. No one goes down. Damn, this is high-level play. VP were prepared for the counter boost, but EG were too. Flash before they peek. You'll never guess what Buster's up to.
Yeah, once he gets into this long corner, oh, he's not going to do it silently this time. He actually wants to sell a bit of this. Loves the late flanks, does Buster. They have to be aware that's a possibility, but poised and ready to explode.
Yeah, and it's perfect. 2 to defend, and Breeze this time only good for damage. It's Tarek's turn. Dynamic, seems alert. Smoke isolating the angles. Doesn't get caught by the spray. Stands and doesn't deliver. Kickit denies. Cirque arrives. Into the site is Stan. He won't be able to stop the plant, but maybe he can catch them with an element of surprise. Sanji's on the pillar and he knows it. He knows all too well with the smoke bloom. Sanji will have to step up to the plate, and that is a great frag. Sanji somehow prepared for it. Buster trying to pull them into this one.
Hasn't been great in clutches.
Now they know exactly where you are, Buster. What are you supposed to do? 17 bullets, another fake. Obo low, peeks out. Oh, they're so low. He can win this, and with the USP no less, saves the day. Obo closing the gap. He found the compulsory frag. Close, so close. Buster, if he gets a repeat, if he starts to unload his mag again, it's a different round. But there we have it. Bomb down, VP will go again, but EG, that's a run.
They're 6 now. Buster's had a rough go of some of these clutch situations. It's never easy being the last man. No one's saying clutching's easy by any means, but this is 3 or 4 rounds now. He's been left as the final man. And it has to be mounting that frustration, knowing that you're the man who could have just brought 15. Here comes the AKs. EG, not strapped for cash just yet.
Ooh. Obo.
He's seen something.
Aggressive, and with an AK no less, but they are pushing up fast. He's so blind, he's sitting dark. Vision restores, they don't check him. He takes down Yakinder and Sanji added to the list. EG defending their honor here on their map pick. Only posting 4 on their T side, but keeping VP to 3.
Shot from Jane, but it is a 2-on-5 situation. This one here looks very, very unlikely. Both players will continue pressing over towards A, and VP thought they could get away with a fast one there. Was not to be the case whatsoever. And if they pivot back towards the B bomb site, that is fine, but there's everywhere to clear. No real estate for VP to work with whatsoever, and every sound cue they make is information for the geniuses to start clamming down on this one. That was a bit of a miss nade off the top of the doorway there for James, continuing to make a distraction. And that gap is what Kickit is working with here. There's still 2 players on A. Having a hard time finishing their meal of VP.
Oh, he hears him. That's so dreamy. Cirque knows they're both here. And the flank from Breeze should seal the deal. 2 to the back. Kick it quick enough. Just about reacts, and
Plan would be great.
Would be amazing. There shouldn't be a way Tarek lets that happen, though. He gets it. Lovely stuff.
Thank Kickit for that one. We will get another gun round out of VP because of it. But I don't think we'll see that AWP just yet. James has exactly enough for just an AWP. So he could operate with the big green, but it'll just be that. There'll be no utility. Won't have any armor. Won't be working with anything whatsoever. This was great from Obo. You could see that he heard them coming up connector and he thought, well, I'm committed to this now. Hangs around, even gets Sanji through the smoke. Tiniest of margins here as well. Just the bomb getting down final second before Tarek finishes him off. And here it comes again, the buy. Running out of rounds, VP. This is a great comeback from EG.
What do you do now? Off the break, with intent. Double nade, aggressive. That's gonna get you on your high alert. Fountain's
They're ready at
clear.
long.
Yeah, and they're posted up for this. Cirque fires off the shot, confirms there's an AWP present. Second flash. It's only Buster. He's going to be keeping them very honest, though, with his presence. He's not hiding. Ooh, CT flash catches them, but it is Breeze to push through. They take control back, and Cirque actually goes down to that Buster long AK. I want to try and pivot into A, and it's a pretty damn good shout. Stan's going to be the one rotating in. Obo confirmed to be Toilets long side. And James, ooh, caught through the smoke. Nice reactions from Obo, but Yakinda with the element of surprise. Obo knows he has to take these fights, take them now, loses out another.
The bomb's here, all the way back. Breeze can just hold this. I don't know if he knows he has it.
Doesn't look like it.
Knife out.
Loud. James. Tucked in, he gets him just in time.
Awkward, this is such an awkward round.
Such a great one from Breeze, though. He's on for a 30 bomb. Yakinda's come right around the site. Surely he's aware this is a possibility, but Tarek caught out.
So they last know that Breeze was connector. Buster needs to get over towards that B bomb site, but Breeze could deny this.
He's not going to be there in time. He's clearing for party side.
We think it's going to be A.
Yeah, Buster's going to be able to get that bomb across. He leaps, crossing his fingers and toes.
He's not going to know where the bomb's planted for a couple of seconds after it goes down. Oh, that smoke's going to help.
Yeah, the elusive 15th for Virtus.pro. It's taken them 7 rounds. They've been weathering this storm. EG forging a successful comeback. But Breeze to try and clutch up. It's far from the realms of possibility. So far away from the site. Yakinda playing just to survive. Buster for first contact. Common pre-aim. And a chance, not far off, finishing off Buster. It's him with his 3 kills, eventually winning out and converting these frags. These frags, I'm glad we're getting to see them again, because he does catch Cirque on this tightest of lines. He wins his duel against Obo as well. And Yakinda just having that element of surprise, as he often does.
It was such an odd round. The aggressive B maneuver, Yakinda in the side out of nowhere, long being contained. James and Breeze with that awkward exchange. Another flank here from Yakinda onto Tarek.
Like, both of his frags, he caught them off guard.
Yeah, just with the positioning alone there. And, well, the buy is much better for VP in this one. Sorry, EG in this one. Bloody VP, EG, 2 letters. Sanji only with a Mach 10. Smoke's an exchange, so that divider smoke, you normally think that a player is one-waying around it. Well, they're just going through Monster.
Okay, Yakinda. He's got a good idea as to where he's going to get this frag, and he does control the spray. Breeze found on barrels. Tarek unchecked. Good timing, great aim, finds the head, nearly 2. Yakinda down to a scrap of health.
Heads are coming in.
The flashes, though. will deter and delay. A nade could be the end of Yakinda, and it is. The molly spreads, takes him down. Bomb loose, and an even keel. They will boost.
Good flash.
Just straight into their face, twice no less, as the bomb goes down. Missed the nade. Kick it lives on, healthy as can be. Now boosting though. James could be caught if they go forward.
Cirque has good utility.
He does go down. Great clear from Stan. Cirque tags up another. Burnt again. 2 molly kills in this one, and Buster. Groundhog Day for him. He's been here before. Smoked off with a lineup for the bomb. They're loud about it. Time ticking away. Cirque holding it. Buster doesn't call the bluff this time, and so the round is stolen from under his nose. Smoked off. Had to take a gamble somehow, some way. And another round for EG. We go again.
That was great there. That little pivot onto Jane was huge, and then the utility that was left on over from Cirque deployed to perfection.
They played for retake legitimately.
Yeah, this one here onto Yakinda, right? He was so low, still trying to get that bomb down. The team player he is right there. And Buster, not even having a look in whatsoever. Didn't want to lose the gun, hoping that they were faffing around on the bomb. Not to be. AKs are back out, but this one's close.
It's so close now. We've got a real game out of this one. Virtus.pro are just struggling to find an answer. They've had one answer over the course of this 9-round burst, 8 going EG's way.
This series wasn't looking competitive until VP have just really had a rough time closing, and EG have been the ones pushing the issue. It's not like VP are doing anything crazy silly.
Certainly not.
It feels like all the clutches this game have gone in the favor of EG.
Contact long. Obo flashed in and does well. Could try, find the trade. James provides. But that was the bomb spotted long as well. That's pulled breeze.
Well, Monster's the avenue right here. If they just walk on up, both players are over towards Sandbag and 2 are on the A site. Stan and Tarek are marooned.
And they're into the site very quick. The flash will suppress. They know Stan is a threat. Jumps away, gets away. But the site is theirs. Tarek's on a fast flank here.
Quick on this.
Very quick. Sanji doesn't mess these often, but spray control on another level. Breeze as well.
Chaos.
Quick to contest. Burning James. No options available to him. How is he supposed to survive? He's found. Breeze does it all again. 3 frags on the retake. EG desperately holding on to Overpass.
And another plant. So VP will be able to buy yet again, but oof,
Here we go.
Real janky.
Here we go.
Getting super dicey out there. James has enough for the AWP right now, so maybe this looks a bit different from how these last few rifle-heavy rounds have looked. But this one of Tarek, if he doesn't get that kill, Breeze doesn't have the opportunity to go for this. They know that the bomb's getting planted. They can isolate the last guy, and simple. They know where he's going to be, on the site. This is great. And yeah, that is probably how VP feel right now. Having such a huge lead and struggling to close it. Even if you get across the line now, you're going to feel like, ah, oh, man, this was a bit of a mess. Yeah, why didn't we just finish it early? We're making ourselves play more rounds of CS than we need to. 4-man boost.
Will they catch him again?
Not again.
Hey, Breeze. I thought he was second-guessing himself there. But James holds his nerve, holds his line, and an early man advantage for Virtus.pro. This elusive
31 kills.
16th round. They let slip an advantage that they found in a similar setup before. And they want some CT aggression. That's what they're waiting for. And Yakinda just looks away as CTs cast their gaze.
Okay. So they can't get pushed from B, but they're clearing out Connector and Stan.
No one's boosted, so hesitant for it, but
Back's turned.
Obo, surely aware this is a possibility. Oh, Stan.
What?
He goes down. Obo's reaction is everything, though. That's the bomb. A double spray down to keep us in contention. Huge from the young gun. Forces Util out of VP. Bomb retrieval integral. Kickert's laying his life on the line in pursuit of it. That's a great molly, and that should secure the bomb. 30 seconds they need to plant. Rotates in, though. Obviously, the rotates in. So is the Util. They drop everything. and it will slow them down. They have to deny straight through the flames. Here we go. Looking for fights. Tarek finds one. Yakinda as well. Only Yakinda, and he knows where Cirque is. Confirms he's on the ramp.
Kill him now.
Has to kill him now. Strafes the shot. Hits the spray. Yakinda coming up clutch. It's only Obo. Comes in for the punish, and he does it. Saves EG. 3 kills in the round. And that's going to get the hype flowing once again. EG's way in for the first time ever, Chad. The bomb was denied. VP, Peanuts and Pocket Lint.
That's the difference maker. Look at this kid right here. Nobody watching Connector. Stan dies for free. He gets a double kill and then comes in this and just denies Yakinda. Huge play, a massive comeback here. One more for OT. And the buy, it's in the bin.
What a bloody comeback. 11-4 on the half.
Deagle, UMP, 2 Galils and an AK. This is not a great buy.
Far from it.
Has Yakinda had enough? I think so.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Here he comes. Straight in and draws blood. Stan claws it back with a silent spray.
It's an arm wrestle.
It really is. Just throwing punches. Not sure if that's in the rule book of arm wrestling, but
Should be. Might be more interesting. Yakinda's been denied a couple of these aggressive plays. He is ahead of this boost. He's ready for the boost!
Oh, he was looking! Breeze still catches him. He's down, and so are VP. Down bad. Jump confirms it. Buster's been spotted. All of this hard work, overcoming the 11-4 with an 11-4 of your own. 1 round is all that determines it. 3 frags is all that separates EG from wiping this slate clean. Keeping VP so honest. It certainly does, Chad. That's a CT smoke. You want to walk through that, or you want to wait it out and let the rotate come in?
I think they have to wait.
Buster, you've been nutmegging into 2 CTs. And here they come. And it's too easy for them. Cirque and Obo, wrap this one up, put a bow on it, because we go again. OT, 2 letters VP, never thought they'd hear. Overpass isn't done yet. Stick around.
To backtrack, but back your back now. Keep your feet on the road and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, 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 out. Stand up, up. You've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Save your team, be a hero. Take home the cup, be a star. They waiting for you, take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine, show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster, gotta get better, gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now, getting it out now. Go make the move, go for the goal, lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, up, go what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up, go what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you back out, out. Give all you got, show them.
Hey Future Pros, passing on another Overpass smoke for you gamers today. This is an easy heaven smoke for T-side to help you get out of B. To perform this one, nestle yourself into this corner. Aim along the railing until you find this power line. Then throw it, and bam, you have a heavenly heaven smoke.
I feel that a lot of CIS teams are rising at the moment because of individual players and the mentality of CIS people. Because I feel like CIS people, they actually don't have the opportunities that they could be having in Europe, for example. If we talk about esports in my country, for example, there's not a lot of opportunities to somewhere to actually like. There's no computer clubs to play, and you're giving like all yourself to the game because of it. You want to be the best, and you can't relax at any moment. And I feel like all 4 teams that did great in Katowice, they all have we all have like these kinds of people, these kinds of players that they're living for the game, and I believe that's what's making the difference at the moment.
Overtime. Let's get it underway. Virtus.pro. I thought it was all done. EG decided it wasn't. A spectacular comeback from the North Americans back on European soil. And so we go again. Now, Chad, it was Virtus.pro's T side where they had their woes, and that will be where they start again. Can we have a quick recap of what they've failed? What they've tried? What's not stuck?
Almost everything they had a hard time with there. Retakes was a problem for them after they even got a lot of openings. They got 2 openings off of the 4-man totem boost and still couldn't convert.
Oh, true. And Yakinda's actually lost a lot of his health, but he still throws caution to the wind. Straight up short. Obo forced and deterred back by the flames. Look at this. Very dynamic movement from the CTs. They're floating around, constantly looking for that early pick. Buster loves his long.
And he's been left in a lot of 1vx situations, Buster. I don't think he's converted a single one of them just yet. Now, first half, 2 of the rounds they lost were 1v1s. Breeze has been having a banger of a game, 32 for him in regulation.
I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to park Buster there. And he'll be able to, well, hang around, see if the B pressure does convert anything. They're actually boosting at the moment. If Sanji was to open that door, there's a sound slightly made on the floorboards.
Just Resmoke Monster is now as well now, so could be about cutting noise here. And VP, that was 14-4. They lost that game from well, we haven't lost it yet, we're in overtime, but it feels like they've lost it from 14-4.
Yeah, certainly.
To only convert 1 round out of the tail end of that game. Seems they have a hard time finishing. Slow stuff again, 30 seconds. Looks like they're going A. No utility left for EG, just a couple flashes. Okay.
Look at, he sold it. Cirque second guesses himself as the util reigns in.
Retake. Has to play retake.
With the flames lying in, the smoke's blooming. You've just got to hold the tightest of lines and hope that it's given to you. It was. Sanji down, Yakinda to plant.
Number advantage now.
Yeah, and they're pushing in as a unit. Trying to overwhelm. Yakinda tested, only finds the 1, and that's great. Keep Yakinda on as Cirque spots Buster on long. They know where you are. It now comes down to James. Buster will play for the time.
James in so much trouble here.
Yeah.
So much trouble. He's been hurt.
But if he pulled the trigger, now he knows the flank. The flank is everything. Breezy finds it. It's too easy. EG successful in the retake.
They may have found a weakness here with VP's late rounds, especially on Overpass. If you watch all these situations, EG decide to start fighting as they go in late and let the bomb down. So it's like they almost want you to have the site if they've gambled incorrectly, and then they just attack you as you start to go for info and as you start to get that bomb down and really get your roots in for the post plant. Because you remember in the first half, there was that B round where they get onto the site, they start planting, they push out from CT spawn, there's a flank coming in from Obo late.
Looks like it's feeling real good over there in the EG camp. I mean, the momentum, you talked about momentum.
Yeah, they're a momentum team.
It's
one-way traffic.
It's entirely one-way traffic, and I can imagine that it's going to be a requirement is to take some of the wind out of their sails with a hero play. They've actually just gone and boosted him across, so Sanji may not have the call that this peak is coming. Bang!
Oh,
that's a warning shot. Can't believe he's sticking around, dude. He's holding his nerve.
You could hear the jump away. Smoke's going to help him get away from this one. But I'm really concerned for VP. I don't think that they have the mental to get through a game like this, to be completely honest with you. I think this might shatter them going forward. You remember that Gambit Grand Final? They mentally just weren't there as a team. They looked completely out of place.
Checked out.
Now, after giving up such a lead like this, Endpoint was a different story yesterday. They still look rubbish on the finish.
They hold water control and let them into B.
Yeah, they've done this so many times, right? And then as soon as they start planting...
That's a change. James actually hit that shot. It was supposed to be Tarek's any day of the week. The molly will delay.
This is when they go.
Now they push as the bomb's going down. VP caught again, and Buster's the next victim. Oh, Breeze massacres too. He hears you. He knows James there, and he's even spotted Kicker. He knows where they both are. Quick react. No chance. None at all. EG continue to string them together. You see that reaction?
This is what's happening. It's the same thing again, right? Bomb starts getting planted, they go. It's almost every time. It's
by design. It has to be.
It doesn't feel like it should be a weakness for VP, but they're always in these odd positions. Look at this. From this last one for Breeze was nutty.
Yeah, he spots him and he's like, actually, never mind. And that's in slow-mo, by the way. Stan's starting to believe.
I feel like VP are out of ideas because...
Why do we get a timeout going, lads?
Well, I think we have one of those right now. This is only their second. How do you allow a team to come back into the game, continue to plan, and don't take a timeout to close it? You just needed 1 round. Well, you needed 2, but you had so many rounds to work with. This is rough. This is EG's pick, and, well, in the beginning they didn't show us why. And now we're starting to get a bit of a feeling.
Let's get this one started. Virtus.pro, you can see silence on the comms. Just going to be a chance for James to quickly try and get his ducks in a row. EG on for the clean CT finish here. 3 rounds on each side if you're new to overtime. If you're unfamiliar, magic number now 19. We're swapping sides after this one. Let's see if they can get the clean sheet. Aggressive this time. We know Obo. He's had some successes on these
4 CTs here.
Previous aggro rounds. He stabilizes his aim and does convert onto Yakinda. Another early disadvantage conceded. Oh, and now Tarek can push. It's perfect. Completely caught off guard. They know where he is. James does well to claw one back.
Oh, and he's locked in as well. This is great.
Can bail himself out. He knows Obo was pushed up fountain, and James will catch him with patience alone. 3 on 3. Stan holding his nerve here. It's down to Sanji, and caught on the Z-axis. Gives the man advantage back to EG. And Stan immediately happy to vacate the site.
Well, now with this number advantage, a minute on the clock, with how far forward the EG players were, there will be a lot of time bled off this clock as Kickett and James, who we've seen left in a lot of 2vx situations late, they always just look for room. Now, James isn't in a situation where he's going to save this time. So he can't just leave Kickett out to do all the work. They need to operate as a team. Doors open, so they know someone's towards connected. This is an EG round. I'm calling it now. With still 40 seconds left on the clock. James not moving. Look how worried they are about aggression. VP do not have any answers. None at all.
So you're going to leave it down to the last 20 seconds, and potentially you're going to start making noise.
They have to go B, right?
What? Yeah, Russia's highlighted the lines that are being held, and Heaven will smoke Cirque out, so Breeze is going to have to do an awful lot with a little here. Oh,
the nades they have left.
Timing on
another molly on Stan.
You've got to find a safe spot to plant now, lads, and James bailed himself out of trouble. Will get into the site with just a couple of seconds to spare, but now it's just him pushing in. He'd have to waste clutch. Cirque, elevated, hits the shot into the head. James has no idea where Stan is coming from. On the heavens. Bomb ticking. Is this really what it takes? Tries to fake the drop with a pistol. James not buying any of it.
Either Molly Sandbag or Molly Monster, one of the two.
Incendiary, you're right, he's got it. That would force James into the line. And now he's loud about it. James can peek in, and that's it. James secures it just in the nick of time. VP, an ace clutch from the AWPer to put the elusive first round of overtime on the board.
So they've managed 2 T-gun rounds, if you think about it.
Over the course of 18 rounds.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's it, and one of them was James with an ace.
And this is how it started. Like, look how much pressure they were under.
What an awkward round.
Peeks into Breeze, 7 seconds as he starts to plant. Gets it down and takes Stan with him. Oof, a little bit frustrating, of course, but not the clean sheet from EG.
All right, well, VP taking another timeout. Yeah, probably just to remind yourself what EG were even running on their T side, because it feels like a lifetime ago. It doesn't even feel like you should have to be going back up against this. What a comeback this has been. What a story for EG.
Well, let's not forget, EG's T side was underwhelming.
Oh, yeah, that is true. But I think right now, they've warmed into the game.
Yes, absolutely. I'm with you, but
I just think the explosive nature of this team now and the back foot that VP are on and the level of doubting I think they'll be doing in themselves, this is EG's real chance to take this map.
let's see what they opt for. Bomb's going monster side. Buster's actually whipped out his second AWP. I mean, this is the beauty of that 16K start money.
Also resmoked again. There's 2 remaining for the CT side. 1 on Buster, 1 on Kick It. Both traditionally B defenders. Both currently over towards the B site.
So this is someone you might have seen in the dry runs if you're been scrimming against EG.
Now,
everyone's staring at something to throw.
They've just used their 4th smoke. It's just the Buster smoke, and he will have to take his eyes off of short to re-smoke monster. So if you're EG, you wait out this Kick It smoke, you flash in, you send your little robo cop in first of Obo.
And there's so little info.
Just 2 players on B.
Yeah, they haven't pushed at all. There's 3 passive on A.
That smoke will be gone with 30 seconds left. There's plenty of time for EG to still make this one work. And when are VP going to rotate the 3rd man back to B?
You know what? They have no answers, surely now.
No, it's a miss, Molly.
Oh, you're right. Flashes are there, 30 seconds.
Making it seem like a bad fake.
And here comes the real one.
Sanji's coming back over now. He's going to be late.
Tarek trying to entry with the bomb on his back, no less. Takes one to the shoulder, but lives on. Sanji finishes it. Shrapnel does take him down. Obo needed that. Buster's pulled the trigger. VP have an advantage, but for how long? Cirque desperate for a plant. Sanji's on site. In fact, a teammate's dropped as well. Yakinda can contest. There's no way in. James confirms it, and VP post a 17th.
Needed that one. That one got dicey there. A couple missed shots as they come out. Monster could have been the difference. 17-17. And you're right, EG did have a very strugglesome time. That is their first timeout of this game. How insane is it that we've had 3 timeouts used and we're in OT? Those 3 timeouts have been used in the OT. There was only 1 in regulation.
Textbook stuff. Good AWPing. First Heaven falls back to Graffiti to catch that short cross. It's good. Concern creeps onto the face of EG. That 1 T round, that singular 2 in 18 of play, has given VP the chance for the clean sweep. If you defend perfectly, this overpass can be forgotten about. Put it in your top pocket, take it to your next practice session and look over that demo and work out why that felt so awkward. If not, we go again. Let's see. EG, 2 attempts to equal up VP's haul on the T side.
Regular programming here. It looks... It's not a default spread by any means, but they're still spreading across the map. 1 connector, 1 over towards playground. That's Breeze taking so much liberty towards long. And it looks like they're going to put Breeze in a bit of a Buster situation. He's already thrown out a very aggressive long smoke. That would make it so there's not 4 players on the site here for VP.
Yeah, Buster wants something, gets it as well. Consistent AWPing presence on short really does completely remove Obo.
Oh, they've just cancelled B. Look at this. Evacuating, pulling the plug down the gurgler all the way back through T-spawn.
Is that driven by Breeze's position?
I think so. That AWP setup, they knew it was going to be over to B, right? Because Buster has already pulled it out once. And if they all just go through long, they can maybe make some contact on the long wall. Nobody's spotting all the way down. So they can't bait for Breeze in the way that maybe they'd like to, but he can walk up contact without them having to peek just yet.
If he finds Yakinda.
Oh,
Gets the info. Little accelerated by the nade.
Coming in
now. Yeah, Sanji's tagged him up, but he needs more. And James been caught in the back. This is a problem now for Sanji. He's so alone, and he's gone down as well. EG are into the site. They have the advantage. Yakinda trying to spoil. Hard spray. Needs Tarek. Does pluck the head off of him as well.
2v2.
He's making it competitive here. Buster's got a smoke and a kit. Rifle just within his grasp. And jumps, confirms, Cirque long with the AWP. And now it's all onto him. Yakinda snatching this one back into control of VP. Cirque trying to jump through the smoke. Trying to knock him off the bomb. He's actually hit it. Can save EG right here, right now. Needs a quickie. Through the smoke to save time. And Buster will hit it just in time. Virtus.pro. Another hectic one. But 18 is found. Chad, catch your breath.
Buster's been on the receiving end of a lot of those 1v1 defeats. It's about time he pulled one through, and that might be the most important one right there.
Wow.
Oh dear, that was absolute chaos. Yakinda, the lifesaver right here. He's been down at the swimming club working on out how to put his team on his back, because that right there, those kills were everything.
I thought Cirque had it, you know. A slight little barrel spotted just as he emerges from the smoke, gives him the info.
That one's really rough there for Cirque. He did everything in his power.
He did. Did more than enough. All right then, Virtus.pro, they've been here before. They need one. This time, though, on the defense. Can EG match what Virtus.pro posted in their T side of this OT kick? It's caught a lot of flack from those early nades.
Softened up indeed. Buster's even been forced back off of this short position. Back and forth. Look at the harassment of nades. Both teams are just throwing everything. Stan nuked.
Yeah, they went for a boost as well. This is madness. Flashes, boosts, pushes. Everyone knows the 5D chess is definitely being played out here on water.
Look what nades are left for EG, though, with a minute on the clock. 1 smoke, 2 flashes, a molly, and a HE.
So Stan's trying to sell that they're battling for B. And, yeah. Tiny gap, tiny gap.
They've walked up past.
James, he's operating under the assumption that it's possible.
Look how close they are.
Yeah, he's going to get one here. Can't believe his luck. Anticipating a second. Trying to...
Oh, we get away!
Oh, has he? No way! James gets the no-scope, he gets a third! He's ending it right here, right now! James pops off! And Obo wondering where it all went wrong. And James will fall. Gets schlattered, 14 seconds, no hope. He's hitting some great shots. Oh my God, what is going on? Virtus.pro giving it on a silver platter. James snatches Overpass from the North American representatives. We need another map to separate them. This series has only just got going.